Here's 6 ways to creating the perfect family philanthropy plan that will last for generations, no matter how much money you have. Family philanthropy is way more than just handing stuff out and cutting checks to organizations. It's about having a plan where you and your loved ones can make a positive impact in the world. So let's start off with the first step. Education. This is vitally important to just about any part of life, especially in philanthropy though, because we want young people to understand what it's like to be a giver. And we find that many plans fail because young people were not taught and shown how to be givers. And this doesn't mean that the family wasn't generous. It just means that the young people were not shown how to act on that generosity. So the actionable step is to model that giving, but also give kids an opportunity to give. Give them agency. Help them choose where resources and money go. Help them choose where to spend their time and find out what's most meaningful to them and where are the causes that they can help with. Number 2, and it's somewhat a continuation of education, but it's sharing stories with the younger generation and anyone in the family really, so they can understand what giving and generosity has meant to you in your life. And everyone in the family should have an opportunity to do this. Doesn't matter how old or how much experience you have, just give everyone an opportunity to share their thoughts and views with what generosity has meant to them. We think that you'll likely find some common values amongst the family. Members will have different experiences, but they might feel things that are similar, and that's a good start to developing a great plan. The third step gets a little more technical. It's about choosing the right vehicles and right strategies to help your family live out that plan. Some of the different vehicles are donor advised funds, which you've heard us talk about previously, family foundations. Maybe it's just supporting other charitable organizations that already exist. There's also some legal work and trusts that can be used for charitable purposes. Number 4 is pretty exciting. It's a visioning exercise. Maybe put up a board or set it out on a table and write things down. Think about all those things and crazy ideas that you might have to make the world a better place. And then eventually we'll start putting the pieces together. But this is a great opportunity to once again give everyone in the family an opportunity to add to the cause and participate in the process. You should make participation voluntary, but not mandatory. No one should be forced to participate, but it gives them the opportunity to do that and feel like they have a stake in the family's giving. Number 5 is a natural transition from the previous exercise. It's where you start moving the gifts, skills, and talents into the places that they're needed the most. The different family members have an opportunity to do things that are most meaningful to them, places where they're going to put the most energy and get excited about it and find that fulfillment on the back end. At the end of this exercise, you'll want to make sure that you have an organized document that lists the different areas that people will participate in. And it doesn't mean it's etched in stone and that can't change, but it's a great way to start, and it's also a great way to keep that motivation going because people can look at the areas that have been identified as strengths for them. Number 6, well, that takes 2 hands, has 2 points. And the first thing is that you want to visit and be involved with the people who are benefactors of your philanthropy. As much as you possibly can, develop relationships with them. It keeps the momentum going, it gives you and them motivation to build those relationships even more, and lets you feel the impact that you're actually making. And studies show the more you participate, the more you're likely to give, and the more time you're likely to spend with those people helping them. And the second part is the flexibility aspect. None of the things that you put on these papers and part of your plan have to stay forever. Sure, there's likely some core values that your family has that you'll want to make sure stay and will likely for generations to come, but the specific activities, the areas, the places you go, the vehicles that you use, and even the things that the different generations are interested in might change a little bit. And that flexibility is key to making sure that those future generations feel like they have a stake in the family's philanthropy. Now, we wouldn't say that this is an exhaustive list of things that you need to think about as part of a family philanthropy plan, but it's a great place to start, especially the early exercises where you're starting to put things down on paper and really formalize your family philanthropy plan. Because we believe if it's not documented somewhere, it's not truly meaningful. If you have a document that you can address or future generations can, they're going to know this is pretty meaningful to you. And we believe that every family has an opportunity to do some good in the world. So why not start a family philanthropy plan? If you have questions about that, we'd love to hear from you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, as we're going to continue fleshing out these topics and concepts to try to help as many families as possible live out their values and be as generous as they can be. I'm Bob DePasquale for Initiate Impact, wishing you a generous day.